Alright, as you can see, I'm going to take and do is I'm going to slide this back. I hit the, see this right here, like I told you, is your slide lock. It's this button right here in the middle. Okay, this is your breakdown pin, this one right here. What you're going to do is you got to hold the slide like I'm doing. You can hold it here, however you need to hold it. Okay, so that way it makes it easier for you to take and swivel this down. Now the trick with this is where it's complicated. You need to swivel it down to where it's perfectly straight up and down, kind of like that. Okay, in order for this thing to slide apart. Now, with that done, oops. With that done, you should be able to take the whole thing, hold on to it, and you should be able to take this pin, dang it, there's a pain in the butt. You should be able to take this pin, okay, and slide it out. See how far it came out? Okay, you have to take it all the way out. Here's what the pin looks like removed. Alright, now when you go to take and slide this apart, you need to hold on to the slide. Okay, because once you release this, this is going to go flying forward. If you don't hold on to this, you're going to break something. The whole slide assembly is going to come right off the top of the lower receiver. Alright, and we don't want to do that. As you can see, I released it. Now, you take this and you slide it apart. See up underneath here? It's your slide pin. Okay? When you're sliding this out, alright, when you slide this out, you want to put your fingers kind of like so. Alright, what you're trying to do is you're trying to keep, is as you pull this apart, you're trying to keep this from wanting to pop out and fly away. Okay? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to break down this a little bit further. We're going to take this pin out, kind of like so. Real simple. Now the barrel can come right out. Alright, this is your barrel assembly. Not all that big. Put it back in. It should line up. Okay, right in this area. Alright. So now, when you go to put it back together, it's the same process in reverse. You take your spring, your slide spring, and pin, slide it in. Now, in here, there's a detent right here. It looks like a thumbnail. Okay? Take and put the head of the pin inside that detent. Okay? So you'll push it in. Once you get it in, keep your finger on it because it might pop out. Okay. Then all you got to do is you see here on this section here. See these rails? These are your slide rails that what it will slide on. Okay. That's what you got to take and make sure that these grooves that are right here need to slide onto. So now watch. See how it takes and just slides right on. That's what it should do. If you do it correctly, you should be able to slide it all the way back, pop this up, and your slide should be in place. Okay? Now, the tricky part with this is you see right here where you pulled your breakdown pin out, you see that spring that's in the way? When you go to put your breakdown pin back in it, see it's round. Okay? This is kind of tricky. What you're going to need to do, okay, hold the pin just like this. You're going to take and do is you're going to take and slide this in and press that spring down at the same time. See how I put that in there? Alright, I'll just show it to you again. I'm going to take this spring and I'm going to press it down with the pin and slide it in. Alright, you got to line it up to make sure you get it in there correctly. See how I pushed it down in there? I know some of this might be kind of complicated to see, but I can talk you through it as we go along. Alright? Once you get that in, okay, you push this, you should be able to take and get that. You may have to rotate it forward like that to get it to take and lock in. Now, and rotate it back. See how the slide's not coming out? So when you go to do your breakdown, like I said, lock the slide to the rear. You're going to turn this forward, okay? Careful, because you may knock this loose, or this spring in here may cause it to pop loose and want to slide forward. So I'm saying keep your hand on here to keep it from sliding forward. See how I just rotated that? All you should have to do now is just wiggle it out. Now, as you can see, it slid forward and the pin's still in it. Don't worry. Just slide it back again. It'll pop right out. Okay? So now, putting it back in. Straight up and down. Clock it this way. You got to rotate and push at the same time. Okay? You may have to do it a couple of times so you can get it down, but I'm pretty sure you can figure it out. It's going to take a little bit. Just take your time. Okay? So now, once you get this in the mail, okay, you'll know how to put it back together. Because I'm going to send it to you. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this pin, okay, I'm going to put it back in the hole that it came in. Okay. Now, I put the pin back in the hole. Your breakdown pin, remember, is right here. And you have to rotate it to get it to pop out. Like I said, it's rather complicated. Okay? So if you do the way I was showing you, you should be able to do it. Now, this is your lower receiver. This is going to get sent separately from your upper receiver. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a zip tie right here on this spring assembly to help keep this all together. Okay? So when I send it to you, you're going to have it separated. Alright? And you'll see where it comes separated. So you should be able to just slide this back together. Alright? Now, on this also, on your lower receiver, okay, it also comes with a laser on it. Okay? See the laser pointing over there on the vise? Right there, see that little red dot? Okay? That's your laser that you got on it. To shut it off, or it also will flash too, one of the two. But to shut it off, you just hit it again. So you hit it 1 to turn it on, 2, it goes to the flash mode, and 3 to shut it off. Okay? So, now, here's your magazine well. Okay? It's really not that hard. Take and put your magazines in. You're going to have 4 magazines. You're going to have a concealed weapons holster, okay, as well as the case. Alright, now if you have any questions regarding how to put this thing back together, once you get it, just go ahead and give me a call, and then we'll take and do is we'll talk you through it to put it back together. Alright, so I will get it out to you as soon as I can. Bye.